Capon of Lydra, Lord of Rappa. That is, almost.
Almost?
Look who's finally up! Henry! Come and join us! Good morning, Henry! You have no idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you, too. I see you're in a surprisingly good mood for someone who was at death's door yesterday.
It's all the more cause for merrymaking! Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first 2 times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Well, there was this time when me and Hans had, some fisticuffs in the tavern, and for punishment, I had to accompany him on the hunt.
And I shot a boar.
And made it mad. And when Hans chased after the wounded animal, he got caught by a human patrol.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive.
Well, there must have been 10 of them. I hadn't a chance.
You must have been seeing double. As I recall, there were 2.
That just proves how well you can count. Besides, they were armed to the teeth and had bows and armour. It might as well have been 10.
Whatever. Anyway, with a bit of luck, I managed to free Sir Hans.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, audentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favours the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
The foe took the castle by subterfuge, and we planned a counterattack.
Under the cloak of darkness, we scaled the mighty walls of Talmberg Castle to get inside and open the portcullis to our brothers in arms who were poised and ready to attack.
And we almost succeeded. Only, along the way, Sir Hans here took an arrow to his noble seat.
Seat? He got shot in the backside.
My upper thigh, actually.
Backside it was. But that's no joke either. It's not easy to run with an arrow stuck in your arse. If I hadn't carried him...
I admit it, you saved my arse.
Well, now, you two have been through a thing or two. As far as I can tell, it really was his backside and not his thigh. I examined Hans and saw the scar for myself. But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
True enough. Hey, how did you manage to get the best of that cutthroat the other night when you hauled me here?
To be honest, by a stroke of luck. We were fighting outside, but that fucker got a hold of his falchion and let me have it in the guts. I thought I was done for. But I groped around and found a pail and whacked him with it with the last of my strength. And luckily I hit him a nice crack right on the noggin. Can't remember a thing after that.
My word. Fortune really does favour you. You chose your motto well.
Once we get back to Ratai, I'll have it inscribed on my shield.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Sheliov, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that spade. We can't manage without it.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
As Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your healing arts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the House of Lipa for all time. If you should ever find yourself in need, the doors of Perkstein shall always be open to you.
Thank you, sir. Though I'm not sure I could find the way to Perkstein. Hopefully we'll never need to take up your offer. Sorry for coming late, Ma. I got held up in Troskovitz.
Of all places. And it's not the first time.
I know, but I was going past and I thought I'd try to sell some baskets and ointments there. And I succeeded.
Emmerich won't be happy.
Then he shouldn't sell so dear. He charges nearly twice as much as we do, so it's no wonder folks buy from us. But I understand. Next time I'll come straight home, so you're not on your own so much. If anyone comes here again threatening you, I'll put them in their place with an arrow. That'll teach them to try it on with us.
Maybe it's a good thing you wasn't here. They'd catch you, and I dread to think what they'd do with you.
Are you managing here all right?
We don't complain. We mostly live off the woods. Mostly, I weave baskets. And me and Ma brew ointments and potions. Then I go around the villages selling them, or I barter them. Sometimes folk come here to us, when it's...
Is anything interesting happening?
Them bandits is riding roughshod over the place, but...
You got that right.
And there's to be a big wedding. Young Lord Semin's gonna marry the daughter of the bailiff of Troskovitz, Thrush. That's the biggest thing happening. Apart from that...
How come you live here?
Oh, that's hard to explain. And Ma and... look.
You said you'd shoot arrows.
Yeah, I train up there, on the cliff, whenever I have a free... If they'd let me take part in the tournament, but that'll never happen. Farewell, my friend.
Can you tell me something about the...
What can I say? The village of Sheliov is near, and to the north of Sheliov is Takhov. There's no love lost between the folks from Sheliov and Takhov. They're always out to...
Well, I don't suppose...
It ain't far from Sheliov to Semin. So yeah, the biggest village in these parts is Troskovitz, what lies at the foot of the castle. Then there's Nebakov Fortress, but Pavlena knows more gossip about folk around.
What about those armed men who came in?
Damned if I know. I just hope they don't
How come you live out here?
That's just...
Ah. All right. I won't pry.
It was good to see you.
Good day to you.
God be with you.
No food for me here.
Finally!
My apologies, sir.
Henry,
I don't think Trotsky Castle is...
we have a crucial mission. I intend to return to Ratai with good news and...
What about the rest of our company?
You saw for yourself, but you're right. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure...
And when we get back...
You're right. They were damned...
What about Mutt? He's bound to be
Henry, I like...
He saved my...
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission.
All right.
I'd expect no less of you.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle?
I tell you.
Of course, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing it. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was...
I saw him, the bastard.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon, right?
Thanks.
Oh, as do I. Come on. Let's get... hope they've got a good physician at this castle. Or at least a barber. I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Fucking shit! Fuck! You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am?
No, we fucking don't. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir? There's a horseman approaching, in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me! Look, wait. Wait, one moment!
What the fuck was that?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You tried to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
The first thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
I suppose you're right. We'd be taken for total idiots.
Well, you could shrug that off. But me, we've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
It's not your fault they died. Don't blame yourself.
We have to take care of their bodies at least. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Bajena's. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are. Gentlemen.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
What is it?
What's that woman from the pond?
Or the one you gave us away for?
I bear that witch.
Wench! What I tell you? Christ. What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word, that's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, That's another matter, then. Oh, my. Ugh. Can you smell that, too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster, if you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Doesn't half taste good today. Nicely settled. Cold.
Forging horseshoes for the wedding guests?
Getting a mug of piss.
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits. Most of them are dead.
Jesus Christ.
Lord von Berghoff is beside himself and won't allow his soldiers out the castle.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment, then.
Stuff's undrinkable.
I'll be right
Leave
back.
it out. Once you got through the first one, you knock it back like a nectar.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
One of them nomads is an acrobat who does all kinds of tricks. An acrobat, eh?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you'll work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go mouldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
Skalitz.
Never heard of it. I ain't been further than the back off me whole life. But I know this place inside and out.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a... Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going. But then there's a shortage of folk.
Where can I find work?
First, you gotta carry them sacks, but otherwise you can find work anywhere. Try Radovan the smith for one. Come to mention it, he sat just... And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. You know what they say. Well then...
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well.
I'd be doing a lot better if every...
Where do you want the sacks?
To the pantry. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you. So you don't do...
I heard some talk about some...
Ah, young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truskovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. They used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Could I get to the weddings?
I don't know about that. What's that?
Oh, no.
If you want to find out more, there's young Svatja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a...
Is that all you know?
What else is there to know?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside.
I'll go and discuss it with my...
And careful with them sacks. Aye, coming right up.
God be with you.
I'm with you.
Good day.
Good day.
It happens. Just watch where you're going.
Greetings.
Hi, that's me.
I'm Henry.
I'll probably forget after a few tankers. What do you want? You don't...
No.
Ask away.
What's going on here?
Apart from the bandit, life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully, but high politics...
I heard your sister's...
Indeed she is. It's going to... Even Lord von Berghoff is coming. That's how important my...
Look, I need to pass on... Do you think you...
Invite you? Not a...
It would only be...
Look, loads of lackeys. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Berghoff, though.
You must know young Lord Semin, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend. Although he's been acting a bit odd.
Odd?
He spends more time in the woods than at home. Always riding off...
I'd like to ask about the...
No.
Thanks.
Wait a moment. It occurred to me... You know what?
You'd invite her?
You'd have to beat me.
We'll see about that.
You really are desperate.
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
Treating you?
Not too bad. I've got so much to do. I have to split myself. Finished. Your turn.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Like they say, your loss is my gain.
Oh, please. People are always asking me if you're looking for help, but they are never good enough for you.
These ones here.
I'll have a beer.
Has a good head on his shoulders. And most importantly, great.
That was a pretty poor show. Bollocks it is. Oh well.
What about a rematch right now?
No chance. The offer does...
What did I do to you?
How's it going?
Mustn't grumble.
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here.
I fled from...
Silver Scarlets.
Aye. Well...
Bugger me.
He needs coin for his troops, so he goes after the silver. The sly...
Did you lot surrender?
He'd have had to talk to us first.
I'm sorry to hear that. Thank Christ we've been spared that kind of misfortune.
That's because they have silver.
Good point.
What do they call you?
I'm Henry.
So, Henry.
Since you...
I'm looking for work.
And what can you...
I can do a lot of things.
Bugger me. And my apprentices have just vanished along with... Let's shake on it.
Why work in the smithy when you can...
Oi, I are...
My own pa was a blacksmith, so I spent my whole...
Bugger me. That's a... Whenever you're passing by that way, drop into my forge in Tackle.
I heard there's going to be a big...
That's right. A big affair.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm...
Because you were...
Of course I was invited. But what do I... We're all just playthings in God's hands.
What? Trying to sound clever again.
All I'm saying is that these pets...
Sod that! It's going... Even Lord von Burgo himself is going to be at the...
Would it be possible to get to von Burgov, even though he keeps...
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or travelling somewhere. So the only chance of meeting him is that...
And everybody will want something from...
Could someone get to the...
Someone? You...
Well, play of light and shadow.
What are you going on about?
All right.
Semin's bound to keep a damn...
So...
The best thing would be to find a...
Aye. As the hours pass and the guests raise...
Bugger it. Look, if I'm sat...
Or...
If you keep your nose out, Craig...
Well...
I haven't been here before.
What's there to say? It's not a...
It's usually peaceful.
You've got good reason.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the...
That's true. Just a couple of villages. Rocks, fields... Not even... That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schomberg's his name.
Yeah, I saw him on the gate tower.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard.
If you can get...
So it's peaceful here?
Aye. Except there's more...
But we'll be back to our old...
I've got to be going.
Wait. There's... What brought you all the way from...
We were straightforward with you, so don't...
It's a long story. What I will say is that fella who looks like we were supposed to deliver a message to Lord von Burgo. We set up camp down by the pond. It was only through... We lost everything.
Can't say I'm surprised, but it's true. There's bandits marauding in these parts.
Aye, these are evil times.
Farewell, then, Henry.
Farewell.
There'd have to be two of us.
What did I do to you?
I talked to that woman from the...
So I noticed. And you took your time. It didn't look like she was...
The main thing is, she denied ever being...
It's definitely her, though.
I did get something.
What?
Von Burgov is about to leave.
Sacra! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him...
Calm down. Let me finish. There's young Sir Older, the son of a respected nobleman from nearby Semine Fords, is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, the local bailiff. It's the talk of the town. An invitation only, it seems. There'll be lots of jobs to do for it.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trot...
Because it look...
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have... And that shouldn't be a problem.
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of work in...
Work?
Well,
I'm sure
there's something else we have to sort out.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. If we both do.
Lug sacks?
I'm serious.
I can't work.
It'll be done in a jiff.
That's not the point. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I'm... As if the disgrace at the gate...
Look, we're not in any position, so if you want to somehow scrape your way out of it, a bit of honest work...
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the three...
Would that be some aristocrat...
Not so fast. Oratores, the priests who pray, Laboratoris, the plebs, and Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on... Now, so if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork?
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. But it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty...
I'd rather
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty, pure blood... In short, be so...
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bella Torres and the natural... I simply cannot.
They say clothes maketh the man, and you don't look much like a noble right now. So,
what do you know about a... It's not long since I had to drag one, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here... I mean it, Henry.
Suit yourself, then. Right.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll... that too. But above all, once we're out, as soon as we have at least some gear, although, if you think about the 3 states of...
How generous of you.
I know, my dear...
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
What do you mean?
Where is that bloody innkeeper?
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Here you go. Christ! Pardon.
Look out!
Mr. Laws,
Was our
and be a better.
But the 2 of us managed to get away. It was the same bandits who attacked Lord von Bergov's men. Why the fuck doesn't anyone believe us?
Maybe because you've got no way of proving
Hello?
it.
Thank
We
you.
lost
Ich habe Hunger.
everything. How hard is that to understand?
What if you're one of those bandits? And you're up to no good? We should kick both of you out. Just to be on the...
It happens.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Did you hear what that lying nobody wants?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
There's no point in this. Let's leave.
I'd do what your pal says if I were you. Get lost before something happens to you.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
You horse son! Yeah! Don't spare him! I'm all you... You in a flash for us! Get him!
I hope he doesn't hurt anyone else. And one for dear Omar!
Good!
Madman! Why don't you do it?
Come on then! Yeah! Don't spare! Give out the notes there, man! Nice strike!
Filthy vermin. Yeah! Don't spare him!
Slice him up! Now stem! Slice him!
Unbelievable!
You shouldn't have fought with us, you bastard!
Why do you
Slice him!
You're no match for us, fucker!
Come on then! Yeah! Don't spare him! What now?
die already?
Dogs with him!
Fucking hell!
Fucking swordsman!
Hey! What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle. But no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm sorry, sir, but it's your fault what happened in the tavern.
What? My fault? You can't be serious! Whose fault is it that we're in this fucking pillory?
I was just defending you. Should I have let that fop beat you senseless?
I only wanted him to apologise. I'd expect my right-hand man to argue my case a bit better.
What do you think I was trying to do? We should have made ourselves scarce. None of that would have happened.
Oh, aye. Typical you, running away like a coward. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
Hey, let's just stop all this arguing. It'll just make things worse.
Fuck you. I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive. Isn't that? Otto.
Hey! Go!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do? You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
All right. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good-for-nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find muck without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, you!
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
Henry? Aye, aye. You're in the right place. Over here.
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually...
Uh-huh.
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any... And that's thanks to you. The scene you made...
You're welcome.
Oh, well. Not many people... Now things can only get...
Yes, you're probably right. Unless...
You're still alive in... Like Tomcat always says.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed, if you're only passing through here?
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
You're something like a wanderer?
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-arsed.
Ah, very funny.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe.
I'd like to look distinguished.
After what you did here?
Still, I don't want to...
Without money, you'd certainly find something fancy in Bartoszek's workshop. And if any...
Thanks.
Just don't get your...
I have no money. I might...
The hell you will. Here you go. I'll skip some...
Wow.
Yeah, don't start crying.
Damn. I could use a whore.
Don't exaggerate.
Still.
There's a stud farm in Semin.
And which way is
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Once you see the walled farmhouse, though I'll be a queen before you can...
Do you know where I might find a
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern.
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
I really need some.
I can see that. Save up for...
My main concern is getting to that wedding.
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's...
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already been...
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished and blacksmith Radovan, so no rush.
Hopefully by then. Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real...
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. But to be fair to him, Stanislav's sheep fell into a...
And Tomcat...
And, not just that, he crawled down to get...
Where might I run into?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by...
Should I watch out?
No, I don't think so. They mind their... Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue. Otherwise Tomcat...
Do you think Tomcat might teach...
No offence.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle...
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back...
Well, sure.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know.
Oh, well.
Don't worry.
You'll manage. Till we meet again.
God bless.
Keep the peace, and we won't have any problems.
What's new in the county, Master?
I heard something's going. Project the innkeeper is probably. Will they never? Now I've been visited. He said he found more fresh graves.
What do you mean more?
That we found someone buried here. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started. Also, if it wasn't bad enough that now someone's stealing cabbage from the peasants.
Cabbage?
Aye, and the peasants won't stop bugging me about it. Say, do I really have to do this? Do I? And that's about...
That sounds interesting. I'd like to report an ambush. Some scoundrels...
That's a serious matter.
Well,
I don't understand why he's not lodging a complaint himself. And why not directly...
It's a long story.
Sorry, fella, but if you were telling the truth, why don't... I'm sorry, lad, but until...
Excuse me, I'm looking for the man who...
I can't help you with it.
I'd like to buy something.
If it's a tradesman you're after, your best bet is to ask our merchant Jörg.
I need to speak...
With the royal chamber.
Why not?
I'd like to talk to him too, boy. But he's still in Prague. He's hardly ever here.
And where do I find him?
Where do you think?
But they won't let me in.
What do you want me to do? I'm not going to put in a word.
What's new in the
I was just visiting. He said he found...
What do you mean?
I've been...
God bless you. Aye, maybe next time.
Greetings.
So, I went to see my brother. And? To talk about the inheritance.
But you're...
Father's still alive. Does he get it often? Nearly all the time. He's always threatening to leave everything in the church.
What'll it be, you bum?
I'll have a look at your wares.
Why are you wasting my time if you don't want anything then?
Good morning.
Would you like to throw some dice?
What game would you like to play?
I actually don't want to play.
My thoughts exactly. And while we're at it, arse ain't too bad.
Have you come to break some more stuff? If you want some... Christ, pardon me. Have you come to break some more stuff?
Good day to you, friend. Greetings. I heard they're going to cut down the old oak at the crossroads.
Oh, I just remembered.
Hmm?
Well, I really bet.
Good luck.
The only bit of shade far and some noble was resting on it. Not the king, but because it was pissing down. All the more reason to leave it be.
So I said to myself, Norman
Blessings to you. You've no business here. You see, didn't even hurt. What? Hey there! Stop a while and have a drink. We can play dice.
God bless you. God be with you, Sir Knight.
And which one might that be? You see...
Well, my lord resides in
him I don't know, but I rode with the old Captain Chenyak of Lipa when Emperor Charles...
Forgive me, sir.
Well, of course. And all...
You have debts?
On the contrary, when my neighbor Deslav was on... But...
A will is a sacred...
Certainly not. I'll leave. The problem is I incurred a bloody fine.
So you fought for Emperor Charles?
Indeed I did. My boy, he was...
So you stand with Wenceslas?
Always. The apple has fallen far from the tree. Well, safe to say, it's all...
So, sir?
Gladly. What game...
Let's play beggars.
Let's play.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad. My word, that's what I call a good start. That's as far as I go. It's yours. Aye, that'll do. My God, I'm done. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. Ha! Ha ha ha! The money's mine!
God bless.
Good people, gather round. You won't believe this. A whole village burnt to the ground. Hell on earth, just a few days' walk from here. You have to hear this. In Silver Scallop, they say. Without
You could
warning,
say that.
attacked by
They found a dead body stuck in a week on Sunday.
out of his own castle. You see what that ginger fox Sigismund is doing to our lads.
God bless.
What the fuck is this supposed to mean?
Hey, lad. What do you want? Come here.
What do you want?
Just to wish you a good day. You're in for an ass-kicking, you piece of shit! Do it! I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fucker!
Dead. And robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. And there's no trace of Mutt. Oh, a nice bit of venison. And something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here? Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him. Oh, I just remember. I really.
Good.
Lob sei Gott.
That sage shouldn't have been boiled on such a high flame. Should I have boiled that chamomile on a smaller fire?
Been here a bit too long for my liking.
The lads said they might have found a place near Clements.
Turn around right now and get the hell out. Clear off.
Did you hear about what happened at the big wheel? At the mill? Yeah, the place by the Zhehorovka stream. What? Then?
It's time.
Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
We've survived drought. We've survived flood, plague, and fires, and failed harvest. But now we
A nice place. Too bad I never learned to fish. Oh, I can't go any further. It's too deep. What the fuck is this supposed to mean?
Hey, lad. What do you want? Come here.
I'm not going anywhere. Make me.
Pray for a quick death, you bastard! Ah! Jesus! I'm hit. Too slow! Ah!
Dead. And robbed of everything, just like Capon left him. And there's no trace of mutt. Oh, a nice bit of venison. And something took a good bite of it. Could Mutt have been here? Mutt's nowhere around. Someone must have taken him in. It's not far to the herb woman's place. Maybe I should ask her whether she's seen him. Has something happened?
My daughter, Pavlena. Remember?
I remember.
She's missing. It's not like her. She goes to Troskovitz to sell baskets. But she knows I can't marry. These old eyes of mine can't see nothing. I'm very worried. What if something's happened to her? I know I'm asking a lot.
All right, good one.
Thank you, Henry. If I was you, I'd ask him, and you can look in the hut. My old legs ain't up to
Have you seen a stray dog around? I thought he was dead, but he's likely
I'm sorry.
Oh, sucker.
If I were a dog, I'd go to where there's food.
Do you think he'd go and...
I don't know much about dogs. You wouldn't be the first or the last. Maybe your dog's gone.
I wanted to ask you... Do you think anyone might want to...
These are evil times, Henry. And besides, the folk in Troskovitz ain't too fond of us.
What of the Troskov?
I'd rather not.
You live completely alone in the middle of the woods.
And where else would we? Don't go digging up old wrongs.
Where exactly?
To Troskovitz. She sells them. Sometimes it takes... I have a...
Did it occur to... She's a young girl.
You don't know Pavlena. If she wanted to live a little, she don't imagine I keep her here, or that I...
Pavlena is young, and...
She is. Her mother died in childbirth, and there was...
And who was Pavlena?
A girl from the charcoal burners. They left the county, and I think she...
And do you know...
I don't know who he was. Pavlena's mother was very...
Well, as a midwife, I'm sure you've...
All too often, lad. But...
No, it's...
See then? Take care.
So, Pavlena, what have you left for me? Hey, this is a boy's cap. Does Pavlena wear it? Or did someone leave it here? She's got unfinished work here. Like she got up and went straight out.